Hi, this is Chef Craig Kohut, and we're making Cornish Game Hens tonight with a rosemary raspberry sauce. So, the hens here just got out of a brine, which is a salt and sugar and water that they soak in. It makes the birds more juicy, it makes the meat more plump, and it gives it more flavor throughout. So I took them out, I towel dried them off with this paper towel. If you don't do that, your birds won't want to turn brown. So take about 24 cloves of garlic that we're going to put at the bottom of the roasting pan. And that will, as the birds cook, all the garlic will come up and absorb into the birds. And this is olive oil. We'll take about a tablespoon-ish on each bird. And kind of rub that in. Salt. This is kosher salt, just sprinkle some salt on. And some pepper, coarse and fine ground pepper. It doesn't really matter how you do it, because what you're going to do is take a little bit more of the olive oil, and then you're going to rub it all over it. So, in the long run, your birds are going to be all well olive oil and lubed up and peppery and salty. So you're going to take the birds and you're going to put them over the garlic cloves you just sprinkled in here. And I'm going to back it up over here and get a little bit of rosemary. So we want the rosemary to be in there as well, so I can roast with some rosemary in there, and the rosemary can get it flavorful as well. We're going to end up putting this rosemary in the sauce too. And just a little bit of chicken broth at the bottom of the roasting pan so the birds don't get too dried out. The oven has been preheated to 400, and they're going to cook for the first 25 minutes at 400 with the lid on. And then after that, we'll turn the oven down to 350. We'll make a little white wine olive oil basting liquid, and we'll baste them every 10 minutes for the last half hour of cooking. I'm going to turn the oven down to 350. Take the birds out of the oven and take the lid off. Whew, hot. And what I want to do now is I'm going to take some lemon and squeeze the lemon over the top and throw the lemon wedges in here. And that'll give them some nice lemon flavor. And here's the basting liquid. And I'll do this a couple of times. I need about 25 more minutes. And this is white wine, olive oil, and chicken broth. And these go back in the oven for about another 25 minutes on 350, because they were just in for 25 minutes on 400. So while that was cooking, that 25 minutes, I been making this sauce, the raspberry sauce, and what this is a chicken stock reduction. It's like a glaze, a glacé, and with rosemary in there, so there's rosemary essence. And what I'm going to do is pull out the rosemary, because the rosemary's flavor is already all through there. And then I'm going to add some butter, a couple tablespoons of butter-ish, and some seedless raspberry preserves. I already added a little white wine to help the sauce reduce, to help the chicken stock reduce. and put it back on the stovetop. And we'll cook that and we'll let it reduce more and more until you have the consistency you want. What I'll do is right before it's finished, I'll throw some fresh raspberries in there before I put it on the birds. Alright. These are our side dishes. We've got the haricot vert and baby carrots that I'm going to turn down. They've been cooking and they're probably done. This is the framboise sauce, which is the raspberry sauce. The fresh raspberries I just put in there about a minute ago, so they'll break down a little bit while that's in there. And that's about as thick as I want it. And this I made a lot earlier, which is a pork sausage and sage stuffing that I'll put on the plate. And then over here are the hens. I'm going to cut the hens in half and plate them. So I cut the birds in half, arranged them on the plate with the stuffing, the baby carrots, and the haricot vert. And then I covered the birds in the framboise sauce and put a few raspberries and rosemary on there for garnish.